Hello, my name is Sean Copeland, Chairman and CEO of Regent Bank, and welcome to our new series in Regent Elevate called 5 Questions to Significance. And I explained last week where this came from, but what I want to do is I want to share with you the first question that I think we should ask ourselves each and every day. I ask myself this every day when I wake up, and I want to share it in the form of a story with you real quick. I grew up on a farm down in Beggs, Oklahoma, and I was about ready to graduate, and it became pretty obvious that I wasn't going to be able to return to the farm with my father and grandfather to do ranching. So I was headed back over to Oklahoma State University, where I went to school, and I'm trying to figure out, what am I going to be when I grow up? What am I going to do? I had 1 semester to go before I graduated. The following Tuesday, when I got back to school, I attended a Board of Regents dinner with Jim Halligan, who was our university president, and 4 members of the OSU Board of Regents. I was in student leadership there at the time. We were eating dinner, and Dr. Halligan just wants to make conversation, I know, and he says, "You know, Sean, I've never asked you this, but what are you going to do whenever you graduate from OSU?" Well, here I'm with these very esteemed individuals. Now I know they're people just like all of us, but I didn't really know that at the time. And I thought, oh my gosh, I can't admit that I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm supposed to be Mr. OSU. So I thought, I've got to come up with something. I looked down to my left. There was a gentleman that had a nameplate that said Bruce Benbrook, Chairman, Stock Exchange Bank, Woodward, Oklahoma. I thought, well, that sounds good. Banking sounds great. I just made it up. They were very surprised by this career decision. I told them it was very, very recent, which it was, about 10 seconds old. And then Dr. Halligan, as we were walking out the door, changed my life when he said, "You know, Sean, I didn't realize that you wanted to go into banking. I've got a good friend that owns a group of banks in Oklahoma City. Maybe I can help you get an internship." He did, and that's how I ended up in the banking business. I loved it. I still love it to this day. But I want you to think about this. Why did Dr. Halligan help me with that? I was a poor farm boy from Beggs, Oklahoma. There was nothing that I could do to help him, but he chose to help me, and he did it because that's the way he lived his life. He was always more focused on others than he was on himself. So when I interviewed 112 individuals to determine why their lives were so much more significant and abundant than others, I learned they were givers. Every day they got up and they worried about how to help others, not about themselves. So the first question I want us to ask each other every day when we begin our day is, am I focused more on others than I am on myself? There's the first question. We'll share question number 2 with you next week. Thank you.